Hello, this is John Jalwan, and I'm here to interview one of the artists from the show Metal Lovebirds. In fact, we have the one who curated this show. This is...
Juan Cruz.
Hey, hello Juan. Hey. And here you have a series of pieces, pretty distinct in process. And so I'd like to ask you, first of all, what was your process to do these pieces?
Well, the process to do these pieces, I usually think about certain themes, like what's current or where technology is leading us for this particular project, where technology is leading us, but also the benefits of it if we eventually do something. But mostly with this piece that you're seeing right now would be just a world where machines rule and humans don't coexist with the machines. Rather, they're the machines that were left over from us as we progressed. So that's the first piece, and that's pretty much it with this piece as far as the process went.
So all your pieces in one way or another reflect the title of the show, Metal Lovebirds. And so this is, like you said, Mechanical Eden. And then the next one.
The next one is Rocking Out. Again, same process, well, different process, rather just thinking what goes with the theme, what worked well with it, and so I just thought of the idea of, two people just rocking out to metal music just at a concert, and so it goes really well with the theme because you have a couple that are interested both in the same kind of music and they're just together enjoying the music.
I find it interesting. Your painting seems to have a mixture of feeling like pen and ink, and like a feeling between like pen and ink and painting. Mm-hmm. And yeah. I'm wondering how you get that effect.
Actually, I think you get that effect actually very well from the brush, because I used the brush for the background to just do the background with the brush, and so you get like ink. If you're not consistent with it, it breaks. So it's not solid, as you can see. So you get like this cool like pattern on it on the background, which you can see if you take a closer look. If you were here to take a look at it, you can see that some parts are more solid than others. So that's where you get the mix, where you might get that feeling that it's a painting effect rather than just inks. And then the other part is the black. The black is also, if you take a closer look, you can also see that some parts are solid and some are not. You can also see like there's a gradient, a pattern, a texture on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see that.
Yeah. And so you get that with just the ink in general. Well, with this, working with a canvas and ink, that's the effect that you get, because the canvas doesn't absorb the ink inside. Rather, it just spreads on top and just sits there until it dries. Mm.
So it's canvas on ink rather than paper on ink?
Yes.
Wow. And this one is called Envious Love. There are a lot of sharp edges. Is there a story behind this one?
Yes, there is. This one's a little bit personal, because at first doing the composition for this, I thought I had an idea clear idea what I wanted to do with this piece. I wanted to be like more of a memory tribute to love rather than envious love. And the cause of that's because me myself, this is personal, so me myself, I haven't been in a relationship, or so being that I couldn't represent how being in a relationship, being in love with someone felt like. So in the end, what you have is actually me struggling with love and understanding it. So for that fact, that's why I have like these shards, like needles or pieces of steel, kind of like piercing love, rather than showing a piece that I originally wanted was to show that embracement of love.
Thank you for sharing that. Wow. And this last piece, Red Alert.
Yes, Red Alert.
So what do we have here?
Well, you have this giant mechanical bird patrolling the neighborhood area of like a city, but if you look at the silhouettes of the city, it's mostly things that you see from industrial and other things like nuclear power plants. So things that just produce a lot of pollution in the air, and so that's where I also I use the red also to represent that of like a red sky rather than a blue one because of the pollution that took over it. So, and all of that together just produced this solid red background for it, like over time. So yeah, this is more like an environmental kind of statement about our technology right now, especially here in the US, since we seem to be the only ones always backtrack because we still rely a lot on I guess on oil and stuff. So that's just a simple summary of that piece.
So, if I was to ask you to share a couple thoughts about what inspires you to do art, what would you say?
I would say, I guess, a lot of other artists that are producing work that are well-known artists that they do work, and then people get to know them. So actually, I get inspired by that. So because I also want to be a recognized artist, especially here in the LA area. So that's inspires me to do art, so I can eventually someday people recognize me. Oh, I know that artist. He grew up like around the LA area, so he's one of the locals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this connection between being able to share your inner world with a larger community is what I get from what you say.
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate getting to know you and appreciate seeing your art.
Thank you.
So Juan, really pleasure.
Thank you.
Okay.
John.